Just a disclaimer for you guys, I am not a YouTuber or a mechanic, so I apologize if some of the things I said didn't make sense or if some of the quality or angles of my video aren't the greatest. But either way, I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so I'm making this video because I've only found probably one other video on YouTube about it. So I've been having issues with my switch here. When I would upshift, I could push it hard or, push it a few times and it wouldn't upshift for crap. So I was just wondering if there was like an issue or if I had to replace this whole thing. But I looked up online and apparently the buttons, they could get dirty, which causes, your buttons to stop working properly. So what I did was, this one doesn't look like yours obviously because it's already apart, but basically there's like 3 sections to the button. There's the plastic chrome piece, the actual buttons, with the plus and minus, and then the bottom part of the buttons here. So basically what I did was I got just a little screwdriver, nothing fancy or anything, just a small flathead. And you can kind of see there, it's a little scratched on the right because that's where I was prying it from. So what I did is I kind of just put my screwdriver in and kind of just wiggled it out. Like I started here, kind of did this motion, and I basically didn't like force it completely out because I didn't want the plastic to break. So I kind of just like pushed it upwards, like I stuck it in there, just pushed it outwards. Like kind of did this all the way around so it would come out kind of smoothly and it wouldn't break. And then basically it'll come out, well mine came out in all one piece, like this was all together. So what I did is I just took this plastic off, like there's those little tabs right here. I don't know if you can see that right there. Yeah, let me get it closer. Each plastic has like these little like holes where the tabs go. So basically I just I put the screwdriver in there, then just pried it out. And each little plastic has its own little like tabs that you have to like pry out. Like this one had it right in there in the middle, one right there, and then one right there, and then one in the back as well, all right here. And I just basically got my screwdriver in there and just kind of like push the tabs out. It's a little tricky, like you want to be careful because this plastic right here and then this one, like they're on both sides, they're really flimsy. Like right here I cracked one right there. They're pretty flimsy, so you want to be careful. So I kind of just see, it's the best way I can do this here. Give me a second. So I kind of here. So basically, I know my steering wheel's in the way, but I'm just holding it so I can show you guys better. So what I did was I kind of got like underneath here, like, and just kind of like pushed it out that way. Like I got underneath the tab, but you got to be careful because if you push too like towards this, it's gonna break. So I kind of just wiggled out the sections, like I went in between and just wiggled it out, and it got it out. And then I just kind of got some of this, like, I want to say, I guess electronic duster. It's just the air, I got this at Walmart. And I sprayed every single section. I sprayed the buttons. I even sprayed here. And what I'm going to do is actually clean this with alcohol because it's basically like a motherboard. And apparently the best way to clean this right here, like the back of the buttons, what I read was you use an eraser, like on a pencil. I guess that cleans it up pretty nicely. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna kind of show you guys how to put it back together. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys what I did with the cleaning. I just got like a little cotton swab, some alcohol there, and I cleaned the motherboard. I kind of went up and down, side to side, just to make sure you get those little golden spots right there, and they look a lot better. And then what I also did was I grabbed an eraser for my pencil, just a regular pencil, and I went ahead and cleaned those little like back part of the buttons there. And what I did to make it easier, kind of like pushed the button from this side. I pushed it outward Kind of hard to do it one hand, but that way I can get that bottom piece to stick out, and it made it easier to clean. And now I'm gonna put this back together. Okay, so for putting it back together, I just got this little black metal piece. I put the little gum for the buttons at the bottom, and then the top buttons just clicked right in, like, you know, to their, see like the little section there is where they click in. So it just clicks in and you know it's in, like it's not going anywhere. And then basically the same thing with this chrome piece, it'll click right on top of the buttons there. See, like these little tabs, like right there. Yeah, they'll click in just like the button, and then you'll have this whole little assembly done. Now make sure you don't touch these two parts with your finger, so I'm kind of keeping it in the middle so you don't dirty them up again. So now I'm gonna clip them into this motherboard and push it right back in. Alright, so basically it was a little tricky to get that motherboard to click into the assembly there, but it's all in there. And let's see if it works. Just put it into shift mode. Yep. Works like it's working like new again. Perfect. And yeah, that's gonna be it. I hope you guys, you know, thought this video was useful. I just made it just because I saw that there was like maybe one video about it on YouTube, and it was like a pretty older video, so I wanted to see if I can make like a little update for it. But yeah, if you do that, it should fix it. Well, it worked for me, you know. I can't make any promises, but it worked for me, and hopefully it works for you guys. I mean, it's better than buying this whole thing, you know. It's almost $100, so hopefully that works for you guys. And also, it's about to be Christmas here, so Merry Christmas to you guys. I hope you guys enjoy. Bye.